Hello everybody, Internet back again with another video, and today's video, guys, is going to be talking about Rafael Nadal. People are wondering, I got some questions. Inter, please do a video about the GOAT debate. Is Rafael Nadal the official GOAT at the current moment or not? What is my opinion about this? Where do I stand about this? Etc, etc. And why not? Why not do a video? Guys, the reason I'm not doing videos as many times as before, because I'm very, very busy, guys. Life has caught up with me. I have family, I have kids, I have job. It is a lot of things that are going around my life, guys. So that's why I'm not doing videos as before. So I apologize about that. But I try to do videos as fast as I find some time. So I have little time now. I am on my way to work, but I will try to do a video about this topic because this topic is very, very interesting. Is Rafael Nadal the officially current GOAT at the moment? Guys, you know, when it comes to tennis, what do we value the most? Is it the 250 class tournaments? Is it the 500 class tournaments? Is it the Masters? Is it the Grand Slams? Is the world number one in weeks? Is the ending world number one in years? What do we value the most? If you look at the stats, guys, look at a player like Jimmy Connors. He has been more world number one than Rafael Nadal. Jimmy Connors has been world number one in weeks for 268 weeks. If you look at a player like Ivan Lendl, if we look how many times has he been in the world number one, he has been 270 weeks as world number one. More time than Rafael Nadal. Rafael Nadal, by the way, who has been 209 weeks as world number one. And then we have a player like Pete Sampras, who also has been more world number one in weeks with 286 weeks. And then we have, of course, Roger Federer, who has been 310 weeks as world number one. And then the record holder as world number one and continuing at the current moment, Novak Djokovic has been world number one for 360 weeks. Rafael Nadal is only 6th on this list, if I'm not counting wrong. Novak is 1st, Federer is 2nd, Pete is 3rd, Lendl is 4th, Connors is 5th, Rafael Nadal is 6th on this list with 209 weeks as world number one. And if we look at the West ended as most as world number one, is of course the record holder Novak Djokovic with 7 times he has ended in the season as world number one. Then on the second place is Pistol Pete with 6 times he has ended as world number one on the season. And then on the third place we have Federer and Nadal, who both have ended with 5 times each on the season as world number one. If we look at the Masters, Rafael Nadal is on 2nd place on that list. The first one is Novak Djokovic with 37 titles in winning Masters. 2nd place is Rafael Nadal with 36 titles. Novak with 37, and Rafa with 36. Federer is on the 3rd place with 28. So, obviously, Rafael Nadal is one of the all-time leaders with winning Master 1000 titles. One Master 1000 title behind Novak Djokovic, who is the all-time leader with 37. So, all these stats, of course, are important in tennis. I'm not saying that they are not important. I'm not saying that they should not be looked at. They are obviously important and something we look at. But if we look, the most important stat, guys, the most important stat, which is the most important stat, guys? Of course, is who has won the most majors. Both Connors, both Lendl, both Pistol Pete, both Federer, all 4 of them, Connors, Lendl, Pistol Pete, Roger Federer, they have been more world number one in weeks than Rafael Nadal, all 4 of them. And on the all-time record holder also, Novak Djokovic with 360 weeks as world number one at the current moment. Now Rafael Nadal has 5 players ahead of him who has been more times world number one in weeks. But none of them has won more majors. None of them has won more majors. My tennis friends all around the world. Connor with 8 majors. Nadal with 8 majors. Sampras with 14 majors. Federer with 20 majors. Djokovic with 20 majors. And we have the player from Mallorca, Rafael Nadal, with 21, the all-time leader at the current moment. You are seeing where I'm coming. I'm going to tell you soon this answer. I'm going to tell you soon the answer. Just be patient. Just be patient, for God's sakes. Hold on your horses. I'm coming with the answer. Soon it comes. Soon it comes, baby. Soon it comes. And some of you can say, but Nadal has never won the ATP Tour Finals. All the 8th place, the best 8th place in the world compete in the end of the tournament. Yeah, he's never won it. We know that. Federer is the all-time leader there with 6 titles. Then we have Djokovic with 5 titles. Rafa has never won it. 0 titles there. But that doesn't mean anything. You cannot compare a player who has never won the End Tour World Championship, where the 8 best players in the world compete. That is not a bigger achievement than the major titles. You can turn that around and say Djokovic has never won the Olympic gold. Federer has never won the Olympic gold. So you can have arguments from all 3 players. Look, guys, look. I'm gonna make this video not too long. I don't want to waste any time of you. Take out Federer from this GOAT debate. Just take him out. When Rafa won the Australian Open title 2 weeks ago and got himself to 21 majors and become double Grand Slam champion, in all double time Grand Slam champion. He has won all of them 4 majors twice at least. 2 times Australian Open, 2 times Wimbledon, 4 times US Open, and 30 times French Open. Did you know what he did to Federer? He kicked him out. He knocked him out from the GOAT debate. And don't come, you Federer fans, here and argue with me, because I'm a Federer fan myself. But the difference with me and majority of the Federer fans around the world is that I am honest. I'm an honest Federer fan. I'm not a naive Federer fan. Nadal has knocked Federer out from the GOAT debate, from the GOAT occasion, from the GOAT argument. He has knocked him out. You know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because Federer will stay with 20 majors. Federer will stay. I don't care that Federer has been world number 1 more weeks than Nadal. I don't care that Federer has won the ATP Tour Finals more times than Nadal. 6 times, Nadal 0 times. I don't care. I don't give a bloody damn about all that. The most important stat is the majors, baby. Nobody cares that Nadal has been Nobody cares that Nadal has been world number 1 more times in weeks than Nadal. Nobody cares that Connors has been more world number 1 in weeks than Nadal. Nobody cares that Pistol Pete has been world number 1 more times in weeks than Nadal. None of these 3 players, they will never come close to Rafael Nadal in the GOAT debate. Nobody cares that Jimmy Connors has won 109 titles. 60-70% of those titles has been small titles. He has won just 20% big titles. 80% has been small titles. Majors, baby. Majors, baby. It is the majors we are talking about here. It is the majors. Nadal knocked Federer out. You know why? Because I'm confident that Federer will never win a major again. The dude will be 41 years old this year. Do you think he has a chance? Do you really think Federer has a chance winning more majors? He will stay with 20. Nadal knocked him out 2 weeks ago. He said to Federer, I'm taking you down on this GOAT debate. I'm putting you down, baby. It is a 2-man race now. It is between Nadal and it is between Djokovic. Djokovic is not done. But Djokovic, unfortunately, he has other issues. He has personal issues. He has principle issues. He is refusing to take that vaccination. He just did an interview a couple of hours ago, which I watched, and he said, I have not taken the vaccine, and I will not take the vaccine. I I am the freedom of choice. I am very carefully what I put in my body, even if it is food, even if it is water, even if it is drinks. I am very, very careful. We respect that. He is taking a big chance to not becoming the GOAT in going with his principle. His principles are clearly much important than becoming the GOAT. Because, in my opinion, I'm always honest. You know, guys, Djokovic is the most complete tennis player I've ever seen in my life. That is my opinion. You don't need to agree. Agree or not agree, I don't care. This is my opinion. Novak Djokovic is the most complete tennis player of all time. But Novak Djokovic, his principles are very, very important to him. So he maybe will not end as the GOAT if they don't allow him to compete at French Open, if they don't allow him to compete at Wimbledon, if they don't allow him to compete at US Open. Who knows what will happen in the future? But in my opinion, Djokovic is the most complete tennis player of all time. And I have done a video a couple of years ago. I've said that I believe Novak is the player who will end with most majors. And I've not changed my mind if he is allowed to play tennis in the bigger events. And the bigger events are the 4 majors. I'm doubtful that he ever will be able to play at Australian Open again if this pandemic doesn't get over soon, because we don't know how long time this pandemic will go around. So, but the other 3 majors, French Open, Wimbledon, and US Open, maybe he can play one of them. So, considering that Djokovic is refusing to take that vaccine, I'm not sure that Djokovic will end up with most majors anymore. I really am not. But if he is allowed to play tennis on the bigger event, then I'm still picking Novak to end up with most majors, because I don't think Novak he's done. That's why this is a 2-man race of who will be the GOAT. Federer is out of the occasion. Nadal knocked him out at Melbourne 2 weeks ago, because Federer will not win any more majors. And if Nadal and Djokovic end up with most majors, if they have same count of majors when it's all said and done, who will be the GOAT? It will be Djokovic. And you know why? Because he has other stats that are better than Nadal. One reason. I don't want to go in the other stats. You know those guys. And the other reason is that when Novak won his when he became the double Grand Slam champion in winning all the 4 majors twice, how did he do it last year at French Open? Yeah, by beating Rafael Nadal on the way. He defeated Nadal in that final, and that is extremely important. When Nadal won his double, when Nadal became double-time Grand Slam champion in all 4 majors, he didn't beat his big rival Novak Djokovic on his way. We all know that Novak wasn't there. So if Nadal and Djokovic end up in the same amount of majors, then Djokovic will be the GOAT, according to me. Not Nadal. But as long as Nadal has just 1 more major than Djokovic, I don't care if Djokovic has 22 and Nadal 23. I don't care if Djokovic has 21 and Nadal 22. And if they stay at the same amount of majors as they are at the current moment, if Nadal never wins more majors, if Nadal ends with 21 and Djokovic stays with 20, Federer stays with 20, I'm going to tell you how the list will be. Nadal will be the GOAT, the greatest tennis player of all time. Djokovic will be the second, even though he's the same amount of majors as Federer, but Djokovic is a bigger player than Federer, in my opinion. I don't want to go to any details about that. I just think, in my opinion, if Federer and Djokovic stays with the same amount of majors, Djokovic is the second GOAT in the history of tennis, and Federer will end the third. So Federer, no matter what happens, Federer will be the player who will be third on this GOAT race. Now we will watch who will end as the best tennis player of all time. Will it be Nadal or will it be Djokovic? Because this race is not over yet. For Federer, it is over. He will never win more majors. But for Djokovic, it is not over. It all depends what will happen with this pandemic. Will he be allowed to play tennis on the bigger events or not, considering that he refuses to take the vaccine? But at the current moment, the answer is Rafael Nadal. The GOAT at the current moment Yeah, baby, he is the GOAT he is the official GOAT at the current moment. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and see you next time. Peace!